Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 stars Kevin James, Rainy Rodriguez, and basically it's about Paul Blart going on vacation because he's been invited to some security guard convention thingy, but then the hotel he's staying at is being taken down by this group of guys, and oh no, they got his daughter, so he has to save the day. As soon as I saw the first trailer for this movie, guys, not interested, like, at all, but I did see it. After reviewing the trailer, I assumed that maybe you guys would want to hear me say what I have to say about this movie. Maybe I'd end up liking it. So, what did I think about this movie? Adam Sandler produced this, and one half of the script was written by Kevin James himself. How do you think I felt about this film? This movie was so bad that as soon as I got home, I had to watch a bunch of Anna Kendrick stuff, clips, interviews, all that, because she's so awesome, and unfortunately not even her could save this movie. Like, from the get-go, this movie just not funny, like, at all. There's nothing funny about this movie at all. Granted, I should step back here. There were two parts that made me laugh. But I've learned that two jokes don't really save a movie for you. Like, if you were watching a movie and you hated it, you wouldn't be like, man, those two quick jokes, though, that happened, that was worth the price of admission. No, not really. Two jokes. Like, very far away from each other, too. No. First part that made me laugh was Kevin James was talking about, oh man, my mom, she's like so awesome, we've been with her forever, and she's the only one left that I love very much besides my daughter. And then she picks up the newspaper outside, and then she gets hit by a milk carton car. And then the next scene he's like, well, it's too bad she got hit by a milk car. I didn't even know those things were still around. Like, that was funny to me. And as I mentioned, it was in the trailer, like, he sees someone behind the corner and he punches them, but it turns out to be an old lady, and then she's like, oh, sweet mercy! And he's like, I thought that was funny in that other thing I mentioned, but like I just said, two jokes don't save a whole movie that's only an hour and a half but feels like 2 hours. The performances in this movie. What is a performance supposed to do in a comedy? They're supposed to be comedic. They're supposed to be comedic performances. So, how did these people do at comedy? Bad! Really bad! Kevin James, not funny. You know what he did? He fell down 7 times. I counted 7 times for comedy. He gets kicked by a horse and falls to the ground after hitting his car. He, like, runs out of sugar. He's like, oh, and falls down. He runs into a glass window. Oh, I didn't see that. That's real clear, guy. He fights a bird and falls down. A lot. He's riding his Segway and the car almost hits him, like, oh, and he gets hit by another car and falls down. Oh man, I didn't see that coming at all. That's not funny, Kevin James. And you know what else isn't funny? Acknowledging what's happening. Because remember when I said he ran into clear glass? As soon as he did that, he literally said, I didn't see it, and that's clear glass. Explaining why the scene is funny doesn't make it any more funny. It doesn't. Shut up. Rainy Rodriguez, she's annoying. Because she's Trish in Austin and Ally. I hate her in that show. Because her character is such a douchebag. And in this, she's not telling her dad that she's got accepted to a college because her dad's not gonna want her to leave and stuff. It's that cliched crap where the dad's like overprotective and he's all alone and he needs someone. Oh man. But that's stupid. You know what else is stupid? His daughter has a stupid, like, crush character come in, played by David Henry from Wizards of Waverly Place, another Disney Channel show. He's there, and I saw him in the trailer, and he was, like, acting romantic to Rainy Rodriguez, and I was like, oh, he's gonna be, like, the major love interest that Paul Blart doesn't approve of. But in this movie, yeah, he's there, but he doesn't affect the plot at all! Yeah, he hangs out with Rainy Rodriguez, but when the movie is coming to a close, he doesn't get a closure on his character. His character doesn't progress. They don't get anywhere in the relationship. His character was pointless. Now you might be saying, well, Jackson, he was necessary for that one scene in the middle where, spoilers, but you shouldn't be seeing this movie anyway, so I don't care. Where basically these two are captured and like, oh man, the only way out is through this place, but it's like a computer lock. And David Henry got like this like snow globe with electronics, and radioactive. Like, oh wait, we can open the door with this, yeah. So you might be saying that David Henry was there so they could help him get out of that situation. Then I would argue right back that 2 minutes after they finally get free, like, oh yeah, we're so great, they get captured again. Like, as soon as they get out, they're like, oh man, we made it out there. She takes out a flashlight. Excuse me, mister, can you help us? And it turns out to be one of the bad guys. Like, yeah, come this way. And he got a gun. Oh man, they're captured again. And they weren't gonna try to escape later anyway, so what was the point? What was the point? There was no point. His character's there just because she needs someone to love or something, and to get into the party so she can get captured. Other than that, no character development, no build-up, no nothing. Star Wars helped me. Because as soon as I got home, not only did I do that Anna Kendrick watching thing, but I watched the Star Wars trailer 3 more times, so there was that. Thank you, Star Wars and Anna Kendrick. You saved my life. Really, you have. And the stupidity of these characters, it's so dumb. Like, the guy that's trying to take down the hotel, like, he's got these two, like, kidnapped, like, oh man, that's such a bad thing, and, like, they've seen their face, so they gotta kidnap them. However, when Paul Blart sees them, he gives them the order, kill him. So let me get this straight. Paul Blart doesn't see your face. He sees like one of your minions' faces, but these two who have seen your face, you want to keep them captured and kill the guy who hasn't seen your face yet? Is that what's going on? And you might be saying, oh, well, he was a security guard, so the guy was like feeling so bad he wants to kill the cop before he finds out. Dude, he's fat! He's fat! He's stupid! Stupid! Shoot him! He's an idiot. He's an idiot, too. Just shoot him. Just shoot him and shoot them. No more. Continue on stealing from the hotel and then leave. Look, that should have been how the movie was. Like Kevin James at one point says, let the games begin. But then a guy comes around the corner. Nope. Boom. And then, alright, I got him. And then the guy's like, alright, shoot those two. What? And then they carry on with the heist. They finish up and then they leave. End credits. Way better movie. And the plot is just so ridiculous. Why does this guy want to steal from this hotel? Just because he wants to be rich? They never explain this. He's already rich. Like Eric Sachs from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's already rich, but he wants more money. He wants to be stupid rich. He doesn't say that at all in this movie, though. Like, the guy has no motivation. None. No motivation. Like, there is a line earlier where he says, like, he mentions, like, the hotel took a lot of money from him earlier. I don't know what that meant because they never delved into that. It was just one line where he said, you guys took a lot of money from me. Or something. I don't know why he said that because it never builds up to anything else. It's just, let's steal. The rest of the movie after that line that could hint to why he's doing this is just steal. No backstory. Nothing. 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 Nothing! And of course there's this girl that for some reason falls in love with Paul Blart, and she's like not going out with her boyfriend now because she's kind of attracted to Paul Blart. But that's stupid. Okay, Kevin James with that mustache, not attractive. Really, he's not. He's an idiot. You want to date a guy who falls down 7 times in a movie for comedy? Alright, cool. That's really awesome, man. But the worst part is that I know spoilers. I don't care. You shouldn't see this movie anyway. Paul Blart is like, they save the day. Yeah, that's cool. And they're like all by the pool. And she's like, I love you, Paul Blart. You gotta be my friend. Love you, Paul Blart. I want to be with you. But then he's like, girl, you cray. You should go back with your boyfriend. And she's like, okay. And leaves. Dude, not to say that scene was really stupid. It was stupid. Like, there's no need for her character except to give him information about who was staying in the suite and nothing else. But, it's stupid for another reason. Let me ask you something. If you were a guy who literally had 6 days of marriage, because you remember that girl from the first Paul Blart movie? Yeah, she divorced him like after 6 days from delusion of marriage. I don't care. If you were married to someone for 6 days, but then they broke up with you and you're all alone, like, but then all of a sudden, a really hot girl wants you. And she even said, I love you, I want to be with you. Would you say, go back to your boyfriend? Would you? Really? Would you? Seriously? Imagine. Literally, imagine. Hot girl. asks you, hey, I want to be with you. Will you marry me? Go out with me. Let's make out. Would you say, oh, sorry, you should go back to your boyfriend? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. And even Kevin James, as soon as she goes back to her boyfriend, he was like, I think I made a colossal mistake. No crap, man. I hate this movie, guys. It's worse than Mordecai. Because at least Mordecai had Jacques. Here's the only good part about Mordecai. This movie does not have a Jacques-like character. No one. Nothing is good. I'm gonna give Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 an F. It's got good camera work, but everything else is unfunny, not that well acted, and it's so long. I mean, it feels so long. It's only an hour and a half, but it felt like it dragged on for like 30 minutes. Like when you think the movie's wrapping up, you're like, oh, so it's gonna wrap up here. But then it goes on for like another 10 minutes. Like, no! And we don't need Kevin James hitting on another cop who happens to be a female and then get kicked by a horse into his car. That's his CGI him being kicked into a car. You already fought a CGI bird! So yeah, Paul Blart, Mall Cop 2, F. Hashtag Paul Blart doesn't ride again. That's the hashtag Austin P. Putnam started on Twitter, and I'm officially signing on. Hashtag Paul Blart doesn't ride again. He never was riding, because the first one wasn't good either. But if you have seen this movie, leave in the comments below what you thought of it. And remember, always watch Star Wars, because Star Wars will help you, and Anna Kendrick, because she's amazing. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.